This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blu.
Good morning, I'm Vidusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 10th of July and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. India plans to spend $1 billion to expedite the construction of 12 hydropower stations in the northeastern Himalayan state of Arunachal Pradesh. Two government sources said a move that could raise tensions with China that lays claims to the region. France's left faces a challenge with Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the firebrand leader of the hard left. Mélenchon's French Unbound party secured the most seats within the leftist alliance that unexpectedly triumphed over the left-right in Sunday's snap legislative elections. This victory positions Mélenchon with a strong claim to be France's next prime minister. France's political parties aimed to project strength and gather allies on Tuesday as the government remained adrift after Sunday's parliamentary election, which resulted with no clear majority. The left-wing New Popular Front alliance, having defied expectations to top the polls, prepared to make a strong showing at the parliament building throughout the day. Despite a dangerous heat wave, hundreds of Europeans and American adventurers are still flocking to Death Valley National Park. Known as one of the hottest places on earth, the desolate region recently experienced temperatures so extreme that they were blamed for the death of a motorcyclist over the weekend. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a warm welcome from a packed hall of Indians in Russia with chants of Modi Modi as he took the stage. This marked his first visit to Moscow with his third term amid the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Modi began his speech by greeting the crowd as Priya Moskova and thanked them for attending the event. The Ministry of Home Affairs has extended the ban on the terrorist group Sikhs for Justice for another 5 years. The NIA is investigating multiple cases against SFJ and its leader Guru Patwant Singh Pannu, a US national. Last year, the agency attached Pannu's properties in Punjab and Chandigarh UT. Mihir Shah, son of a Shiv Sena leader and the accused in the Mumbai BMW hit-and-run case, was arrested on Tuesday after being absconding for over 72 hours. The accident occurred at Worli on Sunday morning. Shah was apprehended in Shahapur Thane and brought to the Worli police station. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has proclaimed India as pivotal in shaping the world's destiny in the 21st century. Highlighting India's crucial role in global growth, Modi emphasized that the country is poised to become a hub for semiconductors and electronics manufacturing. A special investigation team, SIT, has submitted its report on July 2 Hathras stampede to the Uttar Pradesh government, a senior official announced on Tuesday. The stampede at the satsang of self-styled godman Suraj Pal alias Narayan Shankar Hari alias Bhole Baba resulted in 121 deaths. The rainfall deficit in Kerala has risen to 26% despite the southwest monsoon being vigorous over Konkan Goa. Heavy rains have hit the west coast, putting Mumbai and Goa under red alert after the highest daily rainfall this season. The monsoon has performed well over Peninsula India overall, with 13% excess rain recorded until July 9. An HIV outbreak in Tripura has tragically resulted in the deaths of 47 students, with 828 others infected. Officials from the Tripura AIDS Control Society have pointed to injectable drug abuse among students as a likely cause for the spike in HIV cases. The society has identified students from approximately 220 schools and 24 colleges and universities who are involved in injectable drug use. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी। RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to meet the prominent economists on Thursday to gather their insights and recommendations for the upcoming budget. This initiative comes ahead of the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's presentation of the budget for 2024-25 in the Lok Sabha on July 23. Bharat Rashtra Samiti BRS leader and former Minister K. Taraka Rama Rao criticized Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Tuesday, accusing him of double standards regarding defections while claiming to protect the constitution of the country. KTR, along with other party leaders Harish Rao and Suresh Reddy, is currently in Delhi to expose what he calls the unethical practices of the Congress. SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who is a staunch advocate of paper ballots, on Tuesday reiterated that electronic voting machines and postal voting are too risky. He said that EVMs should be replaced with paper ballots and in-person voting. India and Russia on Wednesday agreed to boost bilateral trade to over USD 100 billion by 2030 by reinvigorating investments using national currencies for trade and increasing cooperation in sectors ranging from energy to agriculture and infrastructure. Security forces engaged in a new encounter with terrorists in Doda district on Tuesday, intensifying efforts to capture those behind a deadly attack on an army patrol in Kathua that killed 5 soldiers. Authorities have involved the NIA, deployed special forces and expanded their search. Director General of Police R.R. Swain has arrived at Kathua to oversee the operation in the remote Machheri region. India has become an exporter of sniper rifles for the first time, with Bengaluru-based SSS Defence securing a contract to supply .338 Lapua Magnum calibre sniper rifles to a friendly nation. Additionally, the firm has won contracts worth nearly USD 50 million for ammunition supplies to multiple countries. Russia has agreed to India's request for the early release and return of Indian nationals working as support staff in the Russian military. This decision came after Prime Minister Narendra Modi raised the issue with President Vladimir Putin. Keir Starmer on Tuesday hailed the new UK Parliament as the most diverse in terms of race and gender in British history in his maiden address to the House as the Prime Minister, with opposition leader Rishi Sunak wishing him well for the formidable task ahead. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud admonished advocate Ashok Pandey on Tuesday for complaining about another Supreme Court judge. Pandey, who received an unfavourable order from a bench led by Justice B.R. Gavai, claimed he was threatened with the cancellation of his advocate's license. The CJI reminded Pandey that every Supreme Court judge is highly experienced. A major Kuki organization in Manipur has called for a 12-hour total shutdown in Kuki majority areas on Wednesday to protest the arrest of 5 community members. Now, the Kuki INP announced on Tuesday that the shutdown will be enforced from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Telangana Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy lauded India pacer Mohammad Siraj for his contributions to the country and state, announcing a residential plot and a government job for him as a reward. Now, Siraj, who recently returned to Hyderabad after India's T20 World Cup victory, paid a courtesy visit to the Chief Minister. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.